What is a forest? Forest is defined as a variety of living and non-living components dominated by trees. Living components consist of trees, plants, animals, and microscopic organisms. Water, rocks, sunlight, and air are the non-living components.
Haze is traditionally an atmospheric phenomenon in which dust, smoke, and other dry particulates obscure the clarity of the sky. The World Meteorological Organization manual of codes include a classification of horizontal obscuration into categories of ice fog, steam fog, mist, haze, smoke, volcanic ash, dust, sand, and snow. Source of haze particles include farming, plugging in dry weather, traffic, industry, and wildfires.
The importance of forests cannot be underestimated. We depend on forests for our survival, from the air we breathe to the wood we use. Besides providing habitats for animals and livelihood for humans, forests also offer watershed protection, prevent soil erosion, and mitigate climate change. Yet, despite our dependence on forests, we are still allowing them to disappear. Forests provide us with shelter, livelihoods, water, food, and fuel security. All these activities directly or indirectly involve forests. Some are easy to figure out fruits, paper, and wood from trees, and so on. Others are less obvious, such as byproducts that go into everyday items like medicines, cosmetics, and detergents.
The palm oil industry was responsible for at least 39% of forest loss in biodiversity-rich Borneo Island between 2000 and 2018. Data from an Indonesia-based research firm show the Center for International Forestry Research published this month via its Borneo Atlas tool come as a smoky haze spread across Southeast Asia from fires in Borneo and other parts of Indonesia, causing a drop in air quality to an unhealthy level in neighboring Singapore and Malaysia. Some palm oil farmers have been accused of using slash and burn methods to clear land for planting. 6.3 million hectares of forest cover between 2000 and 2018. The civil data showed palm oil companies accounted for about 2.4 million hectares of the loss, while pulpwood firms accounted for 461,000 to 319 hectares. Palm oil was responsible for 35% of forest loss in the Indonesia part of Borneo and 46% in the Malaysian sites. This is conservation. This is conservative number. It does not include all forest area impact by plantation development. David Cavill, climate scientist at several thought leaders, Indonesia and Malaysia produce about 85% of the world palm oil, which is used in everything from soups, lipstick to pizza and biodiesel. Several determine the amount of deforestation caused by companies by calculating the area of forest cleared and convert to industrial plantation within the same year. The data does not include plantation of smallholder farmers.
Current situation of haze. Fires in Indonesia that spread a smoky haze over Southeast Asia this year burned at least 1.6 million hectares of mostly degraded land and carbon-rich peatlands, data from a respected research group. Southeast Asia has suffered for years from smoke caused by fires in Indonesia, raising health and environmental concerns, but this year, fires were the worst since 2015, when 2.6 million hectares were burned. There is no respite for Malaysians from the haze, as many areas are recorded polluted polluted air levels or are the brink of the breaching the unhealthy mark. The geographical scope of the haze was widened, with more parts of the country experiencing polluted air. This was a stark contrast to only 18 areas which were classified as having unhealthy or very unhealthy API level. Very unhealthy air quality level were recorded at Johannesburg in Klang, which is 208 at 5 p.m., while Sri Aman peaked at 205. Percentage of haze. A continuous fortnight of hazy air has caused the total number of cases of conjunctivitis, asthma, respiratory infection, and rashes to shoot up by 40% across Malaysia, the Health Minister said on Monday. According to the New Straits Times, Health Ministry Director General Noor Hisham Abdullah said in a statement on Monday, 23 September morning that there has been a large increase in patients seeking treatment for smoke pollution-related ailments.
Information from news about haze. New Straits Times, the haze problem. Why we need to take our environment seriously. Indonesia has been recognized as owning one of remaining significant tracts of tropical rainforests in the world. Yet, with the rampant deforestation that occurs annually, Indonesia is also the world's third largest carbon emitter, with 98% of the emissions contributed from deforestation. In 1987, Southeast Asia was unprecedentedly blanketed by thick and smoky haze. The haze drifted past international borders without any restriction, deliberately triggered by the wild and smoldering fire that come from biomass burning carried out by farmers to clear vegetation for palm oil, pulp, and pepper plantation using the slash and burn method. The slash and burn configuration tore through sensitive rainforests where dozens of endangered species live. This drew comparisons to the wildfires in the Amazon basin that have raged in recent weeks, which destroyed more than 0.8 million hectares. That's how they clear the land, using the cheapest method and conducted by many people, said Agus Wibowo, a spokesman for Indonesia Disasters Management Agency, to the New York Times. The dry season has worsened the situation as well, with fires spinning out of control into protected forested area. And more than 20 years on, our own complicit silence and lack of serious action has exacerbated the situation. We've grown accustomed to expecting the return of haze every year during Indonesia's dry season. Central Kalimantan is the worst affected region, according to Indonesia Disaster Management Agency, with more than 455 hotspots detected. Fires rage on and continue to destroy much of the natural habitat of Indonesia's critically endangered Bornean orangutans.
This shows the forest fire that happened in Amazon, Brazil on 15 August 2019. They can be caused by naturally occurring events like lightning strike, but this year most are thought to have been started by farmers and loggers clearing land for crop or grazing. Forest fires do happen in the Amazon during the dry season. The fires destroy 1.2 hectares of forest.
Scale forest fire are actually weather conditions in warm tropical rainforests can causing the plant to burn itself. In the neighboring country of Indonesia, forest fire often occur because Indonesia want to build its infrastructure such as building and highway. This had led to widespread forest fire. This smoke resulting from the fire caused the air to be filled with suspended particles which caused haze. Secondly, excessive forest logging causes haze because of the exposed surface of the sun. The air is dry and the evaporation rate is high. The logging leaves residue causing the material to flutter.